Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shantae, and this is Booked with Shantae. Today, I am starting a reading vlog because I am trying to finish a book before the month ends, and I figured maybe if I'm doing a vlog about it, it will help me to finish it if I know I'm coming on here giving check-ins and filming a video. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I am starting a reading vlog because I am reading Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. And I started this book, when did I start this? Sometime last week because I knew we were nearing the end of the month and it was kind of an awkward time. I'm like, okay, like I have time to finish a book, but we're so close to the end that I don't want to start a book that was on my list just in case I don't finish it. It was a lot, and I wanted one more book because I did have time, but I wanted to make sure it was something short enough, quick enough read that I could finish it without it spilling into April. So I picked this book up because I want to read her book out on a limb, but Next of Kin was on Libby. So I was like, okay, let me just do this, get a taste of her as an author before I go out and purchase something of hers. And I am enjoying the book. It's just taken me a long time to read it. And typically, I think this book has like 298 pages or something. So it's real short. So typically a book like this, I could easily read it probably in 2 days, especially since it's on my Kindle if I'm like really focused. But I just haven't been focused, y'all. Like, I don't know what it was. My birthday was last Monday, and I guess I was just kind of enjoying the week. I took the day off, went out to some stores. I did get a couple of books, which were featured in the haul video I posted before this video. So I'll have that linked down below if you haven't seen it. And I think the rest of the month, I kind of have just been chilling, like watching TV shows. I've been catching up on some series that I love. And I did have a little bit of a reading slump towards the middle of March after I read Keeper of Lost Children. Like, I could not focus on anything else. And the books that I started two books at the same time after that one, which I think was just a lot because I don't know, that book had me a little bit stuck. So yeah, this month I did get some good reading in this month, but I just haven't been as persistent, and I've been choosing to do other things instead of reading, which is the point of me getting back on my reading journey, was to replace other things with reading. But this month, I guess it was just kind of a free for all. So yeah, like I said, I'm reading Next of Kin, and I am on page 113. So I am on, or I'm at 34%. So I'm almost there. Like, I'm almost at the halfway mark. And yeah, we got today and tomorrow, and then April will be here. So I'm really, really hoping to finish this because if I don't finish this by tomorrow, then I'm just gonna kind of shelve it and do like a soft DNF, not a hard one, because I am enjoying the book and I do want to read it, but I already have like April kind of laid out, and I'm excited for a lot of books that I'm planning to read in April. So that's that. But if you have not heard of this book, so Next of Kin it's actually really interesting. It's about our female main character. Her name is Chloe, and the beginning of the book already starts off like super interesting, which I love. So she's grocery shopping. She gets a call from her mom, who is actually estranged, and basically her mom wants her to take custody of the baby she just had. Now, Chloe is like 24. She was raised by adoptive parents because her mom, she was involved in drugs and just kind of unstable and out on the streets and things like that. So Chloe ended up in the foster system and was raised by adoptive parents. Now her mom has had a newborn baby, and the social worker reached out to Chloe because her mom wants her to take the baby. So then we get into that, and she ends up taking the baby, but she doesn't have like the income requirements to adopt. So the social worker says, hey, we do this program called Teams where, we team up people to live together who might be lacking in one of the area requirements, but have another with someone who might need that requirement that they have. You know what I mean? So she gets teamed up with a guy. His name is Warren, and he has custody of his brother who is deaf. His brother is 15. He cannot hear, and he has the income requirements, but he doesn't have the apartment requirement because his brother has to go to a school for deaf children, and he needs to live within that proximity, and Chloe lives in that proximity. So you see what we got here. He has the income requirement, she has the apartment requirement. They get teamed up. So it's them two, a newborn baby, and a 15-year-old boy. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now actually is right where they start their kind of romantic portion of it. They've just had their first like kiss, or their first moment of romance. Of course, it started off kind of, he was a little bit grumpy. She's kind of like, but you know, they're getting used to each other. I do like the story so far. I like the dynamic. I like that it was slow to start. It didn't automatically just immediately start with the romance. We kind of got to know Chloe, and we're kind of building that relationship. So I do really enjoy that. And I am enjoying the book. I really, really am. But like I said, I just have been choosing to do other things besides reading. So hopefully you guys will help me out along the journey in reading this book so I can get it finished by the first. But for now, I do have to do some work because I signed in, and of course, with it being Monday morning, I have all this stuff that I have to do. So I'm gonna try to get that done as quickly as I can. Got to get my coffee. Need to do that, honey. The coffee is coming before the work, okay? And then when I get the chance, I will hop into my read. So if you are interested in coming along this reading journey with me and hearing a little bit about the book and my thoughts, then keep on watching. Okay, you guys, let me turn the air down so you guys can hear me. I came out to the store. I am off work now. Today was so busy. Like, it was literally such a busy day. But I did get off work an hour early. I had to come to the store because I need to get some pre-filled Easter eggs for my daughter. Her daycare is doing like an Easter egg hunt this week, so I need to get some of those. And then I need to get some cotton rounds for my skincare routine, and then some dum-dums for her, the little lollipops. So I need to get those things, but I figured since I'm in here, of course, I'm going to go over to the book section to see what they have, to see if anything catches my eye. I'm not planning to get anything, so I'm not going to force myself to get something, but if I see something that looks interesting, I might check it out. So let's go in here and see what we can get.
Yeah. Though I walk through the shadowed land, through the valley where darkness takes its stand, I will fear no evil, I won't lose my breath. For you are beside me in the shadow of death. Your rod and your staff, they guide my way. They hold me close when I start to stray.
Okay, you guys, I am back from the store. We just got home and I got everything I needed. I did decide to pick up a book. I wasn't planning to get anything, but I was looking and this book caught my eye. So this is A Thousand Perfect Lies by Monica Murphy. And I do see a lot of people talking about this book, and it's actually on my TBR, but it's not one of those books that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to read it. I need to read it. It's kind of like whenever I get to it, I'll get to it. However, I did see it. It was the last one there, and I really like the cover. So I did want to get the hardback cover. So this is the cover. I feel like it's really pretty. And then, of course, it has the edges. So yeah, really pretty. So yeah, like I said, I have it now for whenever I do decide to read it. But yeah, so I got that. And then I also got her a little bluey book because I don't always get her a book whenever I buy a book, because that would be doing a lot. That would be doing a lot. But we do take our little library trips and then our bookstore trips together where we both get books. But since I did a random book pickup today, I decided to do a random book pickup for her. So that's it. I don't have anything to do this evening. I cooked a pretty large meal last night. So we actually have dinner probably for the week. It was an unintentional meal prep. So I don't have to take time to cook. So I'm going to try and read for a little bit. Work was so busy today, which is to be expected because the first of the month at my job is like a really hot day, I guess you can say. So the days leading up and then a few days after are usually pretty busy. So I was glued to my desk pretty much all day. I think I did a clip earlier of me reading. So I actually only ended up getting like 8 pages in. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It ain't looking too good as far as finishing this book by the first, because that really leaves me tonight and tomorrow and then tomorrow night. And I just don't want to put pressure on myself to finish a book. Like, I'm enjoying it, but it's not a page turner. You know what I mean? So it's not one of them books that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I got to get to this every second of my day and I'm just reading it. It's enjoyable. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something, like I said, it was the end of the month. I didn't have anything else lined up to read. So I kind of just wanted to have a book available to read for the rest of the month. So it's looking like I'm probably not going to finish it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put up a good fight. I'm gonna still, any chance I get until Wednesday to read it, I'm gonna read. So I'm going to get her a snack, get her situated a little bit, read a little bit before I need to like fix our dinner plates and things like that. So I will show you guys along the way how it turns out.
Your love's my light. You comfort my soul in the deepest night. Yeah. You set a table where my enemies see. You pour out oil and it's covering me. My cup overflows. In your goodness I rest. Your mercy surrounds me. My soul is blessed. Your rod and your staff, they guide my way. They hold me close when I start to stray. In every step, your love's my light. You comfort my soul in the deepest night. Surely your goodness will follow me near. Your house is my dwelling, my refuge from fear. Forever.
Hey, you guys, it is Tuesday and I am back to give a little update on my reading. I decided to switch over to audiobook because I am so busy at work and just life after work that there was no way I was going to finish this book by tomorrow. Like, I already knew it wasn't going to happen. So I went ahead and got the audiobook because I really don't want to bring this book into the next month. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just, I think I'm at that point where I'm just so excited for the reads I have next month that I'm kind of like, okay, March is over. Like, let's get started with the April reads. So, in that sense, I feel like I'm not giving the book a fair enough chance. So that's why I'm like, okay, I want to take my time. I don't want to just speed through it. So maybe listening to the audio will still allow me to take in everything the book has to offer. I will say it is a little, it's not slow. I don't even know really how to describe the book at this point. It's good. It's an extremely light read. It's a fun read. And if I wasn't trying to hurry up and get it finished before tomorrow, it would be one of those books that I just read when I can, or read occasionally, or always can just like pick up, you know? So yeah, and again, this is not one that was on my March reads originally. This is one that I just picked up because I needed something to read. I had a week and a half left of the month after my last book. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to take a week and a half and not read anything, which I probably should have done that because I've been doing everything except wanting to read. But it is what it is. So yeah, we are going to go ahead. I'm going to do some work, listen to this audiobook, drink my coffee, and then I'll come back on and let you guys know my overall thoughts and kind of talk a little bit more about the book. Okay, you guys, I just finished listening to Next of Kin, so I wanted to come on here and give you guys my final thoughts on the book. So, I will say the beginning of the book I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the fact that this was a unique romance, right? We have two guardians, they end up being roommates in order to qualify for parental guardianship. He needed an apartment close to his brother's school, and she needed the help with income. So they, through the social work program, were put together as roommates to kind of help with that for a few months. Of course, we get to the romance part of it, and I feel like I liked the story before it became a romance, if that makes sense. I enjoyed seeing their dynamic living together, her with a baby, him with a teenage brother, them kind of not liking each other in the beginning. You get to see his personality, her personality. Both of them are dealing with trauma from the past, her being put up for adoption. Her mom was unstable in and out of her life in childhood before she got adopted. Him with his dad being unstable, and then him and his brother being separated, I believe, in the foster system at some point. So now he's trying to get guardianship. So I enjoyed seeing and learning about each of them together, and then them solely doing this because they want to gain guardianship over their siblings. I feel like once the romantic aspect happened, it got a little bit awkward for me, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, because it went from them disliking each other, couldn't stand each other, hated each other, and then it was like instantly saying I love you. There was no really in between of like, okay, like you. I mean, they did discuss like I like you, but every time it came up, they kept saying they didn't want to go that far because they didn't want to do anything to jeopardize them gaining custody of their siblings. So it was just a little bit interesting. I feel like once the romance happened, it became too instant. I wish it would have kind of, you know, drug out a little bit, maybe got to know each other a little more. I mean, I think it only showed them going on like one date, maybe two. Of course, there was a little bit of spice in there, but I kind of glazed over that. I feel like this would have been a really solid story if it just focused on the angle of them trying to gain guardianship. And I know it would have taken away the fact that it's a romance, but I don't know. I just didn't necessarily like the romance in this story. Pretty much know what I'm going to rate it, but I like to sleep on it a little bit before I give books a rating instead of just jumping right out of a book and into a rating. I like to kind of think things through a little bit, kind of think about the book overall because I did enjoy it. It was just kind of around that middle part that it got a little less enjoyable for me. And I think that's when it became harder for me to read it. So I'm glad I did listen to the audio. The audio wasn't that bad. It was one lady narrating like everybody's part, but it wasn't terrible. So yeah, so that is that. I am going to do my monthly wrap up. So I'll not go into more detail because it's really nothing else I really have to say about this book. So I'll kind of give my thoughts, and then that's where I'll give my final thoughts and my star rating and all of that. I figured since we are here and tomorrow is the first, I would let you guys know my first read of the month that I'm planning. I got a lot of books that I'm planning to read next month, but I already know the first book I want to read. So let me share it with you guys. So my first April read is going to be Mile High by Liz Tomford. And yes, I know. Everybody is on this series. I'm late to the party once again, but I'm kind of learning. I don't really think I want to read popular things or books specifically. If this is a series and they on book, I don't even know what book number they're on, but it's not like I'm up to date on the most current book. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if there's a book that just came out, I'm learning that I think I want to give it some time before I read it because there tends to be books that are super popular by the masses. So I'm like super anxious. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. Like, I have to read it. I know I'm going to love it. Everybody's raving about it. And then it doesn't give that for me. So I feel like moving forward, when there's a super popular book, there's some right now that are like super popular, but I'm kind of giving it at least a month before I just jump in and feel like I have to read it. But that's not related to anything. But I am going to start with Mile High, and I'm also going to listen to the audio while I read this. So I'm super, super excited. It sounds really good from everything that people have been saying. And I kind of looked at the description. I did listen to a sample of the audio. So this is one that I do think I will enjoy, even though it is super hyped up. I think I actually will enjoy this one. So more to come next month on that. But yeah, I am going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.